Hello students of 7th standard. We have started the lesson number first, that is nothing but the living world, adaptations and classifications. In that today we are going to see the aquatic plants. Aquatic plants are the plants which are growing in the water, or you can say which lead their life into the water. Now see here, I have drawn one figure that is nothing but it is of a lotus, and this is nothing but a leaf of the lotus. Whenever we see lotus, yesterday we have seen the adaptations of the plant. What is that? The lotus has a big, you can say, leaves, and these leaves float on the water because they have to, why they are, you can say, big? Because they want to overcome the water currents, because the water currents may spoil the flower, and to protect that, these leaves are nothing but broader, or you can say somewhat broad in size. Next comes here the, you can say, what is the roots? Roots are nothing but fibrous. Why the roots are fibrous? Because they also have to overcome, or they have to float onto the water, therefore their roots are fibrous in nature. See next one. Some of the plants are firmly rooted in the soil at the bottom of the water bodies. So even this, the plants float on the water. What happens? Some of the plants are there which are having long roots, and these roots are, you can say, rooted deep into the soil in the, you can say, water. Then see, their stems are submerged while leaves and flowers float on the surface. What happens here? Their stems are submerged. That means what? Their stems may be in water, but their leaves and flowers are always flowing on the surface. That we have seen here. How we have seen it here? The flower and the, you can say, the leaves, they are floating on the upper surface of the water. However, some plants are entering, or you can say entirely afloat. That means what? There are some plants which are entirely floating with the water. Then see, their roots are not anchored in the soil. That means the soil which is present at the bottom of the, you can say, water, the roots are not anchored there. That means the plants float into the water. Now next here, the surface of the leaves and stems of many aquatic plants are covered with a waxy layer. See what happens? There is a, you can say, as we know that leaves and flowers are floating onto the water. They are having, or they are covered with a, you can say, waxy layer. So this waxy layer makes them to float onto the water. Leaves of some aquatic plants are thin and slender like ribbon. So what you see? Some of the leaves, here the leaves of the lotus are broad, but some of the aquatic plants, they are having the ribbon like, or very, you can say, very thin or slender ribbon like roots they are having, or you can say leaves also are slender or thin or ribbon like. This shape helps them to withstand the water currents, or you can say the fast currents, whichever of water are there, they can withstand this water currents. Next here, air space in the stems and petioles are useful for floating in the water. So why this, you can say, plants float on the water? What is helping them? That is nothing but there is a air space in the stems. That means stems has the air spaces. That there are some spaces which are containing air in them, and there are also petioles which are containing air in them, and this is very useful for the floating purpose in the water. Now see, there are some questions here. Why does the water trickle off lotus leaves? You might have seen the lotus leaf, and there, if you put one of the, you can say, water drop into that, it trickles, or it moves here and there, but it does not get absorbed by the leaf. So why it is? Because there is a waxy layer here. Waxy layer is covered with the leaf, and therefore it does not you can say get absorbed. Why don't the leaves of this plant root in the water? Why they don't root? Because they are having the air spaces inside and they are having a waxy coating. Due to that they do not rot. Then see, why are their roots short and fibrous? As they have to overcome the water currents, their roots are short, or you can say are fibrous. The next we are going to see here adaptations in the desert plant. Now whenever you are seeing the desert plant means in front of your eyes which plants come there? They are nothing but the cactus or bubble type of the, you can say, plants are there. So they are having a, you can say, thorns on them. So what is the adaptation? Why these desert plants, or how they are adapted, that we are going to see. For that what you have to do, you have to take two potted plants, one a cactus and other you have to take leafy plant. One plant you have to take of a cactus and other you have to take a leafy plant. You have to tie the plastic bags loosely around the leaves of the both of the plants. That means one is nothing but a cactus and other is nothing but a leafy plant. So what happens here? Around the leaves of these plants, and you have to keep them in a sunlight and from early in the morning. So what happens there? In the afternoon, you have to bring these pots into the classroom and then you have to observe them. What happens there? See, has the same quantity of water collected in both the bags? So whenever you see the water, are they connected in both of the bags? Desert plants are either leafless or their leaves are having small needles, or you can say they are modified into thorns. What are there? Their leaves are modified into small needle-like, or you can say some of the thorns. As a result, they lose a very little water by the evaporation. These thorns are present because they need the plant, or the plant should, you can say, lose a little water. So there are thorns there. See there, the stem stores water and food and is therefore a fleshy. So whatever you see, the leaf, whatever the leaf-like structure is there, that is nothing but the stem of the plant, and it is fleshy. Why it is fleshy? So it should store the water, therefore it is fleshy. The stems are green as they perform photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process in which there is a formation of a food, or you can say the plant prepares its food with the help of carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and chlorophyll. Then see, this is absence. Whatever you see, the stems are green as they perform photosynthesis in absence of the leaves. That means the leaves are not present to this, you can say, these plants. So as these plants are not having their leaves, the stems perform the function of the photosynthesis. Their roots penetrate deep into the soil. What happens? Their roots are going deep into the soil. And why they are going deep into the soil? Because they want water. They go in a search of water. There is a thicky layer of a waxy substance on the stems of these plants too. In this way we have studied today about the aquatic plants and also the desert plant. The next point we will see in the next lecture.